All right, we are back, and it's been a few days, so I'm going to try to figure out where we left off. I will note that there is one thing I noticed, or I did on another project recently. I updated the SvelteKit version, because if you look at the SvelteKit changelog, see if change. I upgraded to 164 and noticed that seemed like I was able to get D3 to finally work. So I'm going to see. Basically, I just installed it here. I forgot to record, but so if you look at package, I just did this. Updated to 164 and static 18. Now we're going to find out if doing this stuff works. So that's the first task, is if you go back to the GitHub issues, how to include D3. That was a remaining task. So let's go ahead and try it out. All right. Good start. Okay, that looks good. Let's go back to terminal. No builders. Let me just change something here to make sure. Yeah, looks like it rebuilt fine, which is great. Which means there's one more test, really. So actually, I'm going to tentatively, well, we'll come back and close that, but I added this, which is test to build. So let's actually see if when we build it, it will still compile D3 fine. So I'm going to stop the process. npm run build. Oh, I just saw D3 stuff. No error. That's a good sign. Okay. Don't know why it's interesting. I hope it didn't mean to include all of those things. Let's take a look. Let's say it was 170. I don't know. It seems kind of big. Let's see what it would be like without the D3 stuff. Oh, okay, 146. So it definitely didn't include all D3. So we're good. All right. Also, let me do that again. And then let's actually push this to GitHub to actually see if what we see is this, because then we're in good shape. Okay. I don't know how to change the font size of just terminal. Oh well. And then I have a make file here that has this GitHub command, because we do this often, which is updating just like a GitHub pages build. I push it to the docs folder because that's what it used to be. So we do make GitHub. Boom. Okay. So now if we go to our GitHub, we'll see the docs folder there, which means we need to go ahead and create a pages source docs. And now we'll finally, I mean, we could have tested this locally too, but I prefer doing it up actually hosted on a real URL. Oh, I don't think it's going to work because this is on a subdomain. Oh, well. Which is something that, well, we don't have to deal with in our site, because putting .cool is going to be on the root. But in this case, Oops. It's not created yet. Oh, cool. I guess it did work. Maybe because there's no references or anything yet. All right, well, that's a good. Oh no, yeah, there we go. I had page problem finding the scripts. The static build worked. And so this is because I mentioned we're not in the root, we're on this subdirectory. So typically, well, this is slightly annoying. In our config file, no, not our config file, in our something file, a config file, JS config. Oh no, maybe it is the config file. Oh yeah, here we go. There's base URL. No, I swear I used to do this in the config file. Let's look up an old project. It's helpful. Or a recent project for that matter. Our, what's it called? New Yorker cartoon. That's the ticket. So we need this. Let's see, what are we doing? Invite. We already have that stuff. So the difference here is, and maybe I should add this as a default to our template. Not sure. So we need this path thing. So basically, if we're in development, it doesn't prefix it with anything, but when it builds, it prefixes it with this. So if we look at our cool, if you look at the New Yorker projects, you'll see it's not on root, right? But it's in this subdirectory. So it just means all the paths will be relative to this caption condes thing rather than the root of the domain. I'll put that in here. It would probably be, well, for now, we'll just hard code it. So I say it's website 2. And then I think, what was the other bit? Dev. Yep. We're going to get the node environment when we run our build commands. Okay, so if it's in development, base pass will be dev. Otherwise, it'll be website 2. So first, let's see if this works in development still, which it should. Okay. And I don't know the shortcut in. Okay, it's all good there. Okay, so now if we rebuild, should now use that subdomain. No idea what that's about. Let me clear out the build and SvelteKit. And run it again. Interesting. Not a directory. Build app. That's curious. Maybe it's this trailing slash business. Maybe that's not something, maybe that's an old feature and I haven't read the change logs. Nope. Who cares? Let's go back to the docs. Okay. What is this? Paths. Seems totally fine. I'm probably looking, I must be looking at the wrong. I mean, that's the only thing I changed, right? So in theory, if we just did this, it should work like from before. Yes. Okay. So it's a problem with this. That's fun. What is this error? I mean, I guess we'll just do this for now, but I want to figure out why this is the case because this would for sure affect other projects. And maybe this is a new bug that's been introduced. Oh, interesting. This is a adapter static problem. Perhaps. Oh, maybe. No. Let's look at if adapter static changed anything. I mean, adapter static. Ah, what's this? I'm not sure this is actually it, but have that. Interesting. So I've got that. So maybe it's this spot. That's definitely new to me. That's on the same level. That would be nice. Nope. Bollocks. All right. Well, we'll come back to this. For now, let's see if let's see what it built internal. Interesting, it doesn't delete. Oh, see, that's interesting. It did it prepend that stuff fine. Linked from. Yeah, this is going to be useful. Is this the thing it's having a problem with? Maybe it worked and it's just a weird error. It's another possibility because everything did build out here. Okay, let's try that. Make GitHub. This is the fun part. Sorry, check an email. It's still the old stuff, so nothing's updated yet. Right, I think it worked because the only thing missing is assets because we didn't update the asset path. So I probably should have put some JavaScript in here to see if it did anything on runtime. But yeah, let's do that again. Also note, this is only useful because we're doing GitHub pages. So I'm going to put a little flag in our GitHub issues. Something about GitHub deploy path site. Maybe better GitHub deploy. Maybe I'll remember what that means. All right. I mean, I wonder if I'm going to need this as well for the when it's en route, but we'll see. We've gone down a rabbit hole. I don't even remember what we were looking at. I mean, I fully wanted to test the build. Oh yeah, so let's add back to home. Let's actually do something like console.log. Stories of 0. npm build. It's gonna be hate seeing errors, so this is gonna be frustrating, but all right. So eventually, when this propagates, let's see if I remember that shortcut. Finally. All right. Oh, cool. It worked. So this is good. So you can, first of all, you can see here that this created a bad path name because it's doing this like internal assets page assets. So we'll fix that at some point. But the JavaScript fired. And look at that, even as I D3 parsed stuff. I guess I didn't try. Ooh. So that's D3 importing a JavaScript file. I didn't try importing it here. So import, say, sending D3. And then we'll do like stories.sort. Sending. So we'll alphabetically sort stuff. First, check it locally. How would I know? We are showing that. Sick. Okay, so there we go. That is very alphabetically sorted. That's great. All right, and now let's, so it works locally. We'll check it on the GitHub hosted version. Done. It's assuming that's the same error. It is. Also going to go ahead and test it. It doesn't error out. Just to see if the build likes D3 and SSR. It does. Okay, good. I'm assuming this is going to work. Wait, where's the? Just keep this up. Oh, it did. Look at that. It's in order now. Pretty sure it wasn't sorted that way before. It should have been sorted by date. So that's great news. All right. Let's back to our issues list. I think we can safely include D3 now, which is nice. And I've kind of tested the build. It half worked, depending on where it's hosted. Pausing for email real quick. Okay, I just took a little email break. Next thing I wanted to do was maybe some probably boring stuff for this video. Maybe not, I don't know. We should just port over some code from our pre-existing site. So specific things that are going to have to happen that probably don't need to be written from scratch. So specifically, I am thinking about, we have this image processing script that basically just converts our thumbnail images on the site to, as you can see, some various sizes. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy that, and where I put it here, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Oh, we have a tasks folder. Great. That's what that will be. Thumbnails.js. Is that what I called it? Yeah. It's actually not JS. It's going to be, let me close these other projects. I closed the wrong one. Good job. It's going to be CJS because for now, I want to use the require syntax for importing stuff. I don't know what, oh, we used FSC. Get rid of that. Okay, we'll change things up a little. Why not? So npmi jump, or sorry, pnpmi jump. I'm assuming it, actually, I should look up the install. I barely use this. How do you save it to dev? Oh, add. Cool. pnpm add -d. pnpm add dash. She was a capital D. I forget. It was. Okay, it's the same. The jump. Amazing. All right. I don't want to use an extra. All right, so I mean, let's see. We can simplify things here. I mean, it's not really, that was fine, but in path thumbnails. Actually, you know what? Let's keep that. Opportunity to change variable names. Love it. And where should they be en route? Good question. Let's see what our directories look like. It probably wouldn't make sense. I guess they are technically source stuff, but they're going to end up in static. I'm going to make a root folder. Thumbnails. And actually, let's go ahead and let's port over, well, just one for the time being. Or not, let's go with the first one. Nice. All right. So let's see, we've got path in, path out is going to be static assets. I don't know, thumbnails make sense to me. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything here. Init. Right, let's just turn into an async function and call it automatically. I don't know. I assume I'll want it async. Who knows? Resizing thumbnails. Task. I don't know. Is that better? Probably not. Sizes for each. Okay, so just make sure a directory exists. Let's use make derp. Like, also, why does that have to be capitalized? It doesn't. It must just be what's in the repo. Sorry, in the documentation. Okay, so make sure directories exist. That's a good first step. I don't have any linting on. CWD static assets. Oh, wait. Oh, it's making my resize. I see. Path out. Path out. Yep. Cool. And then this is obviously just going to be, I think it's derp sync. Assuming that's a thing, yeah. I don't think it's synchronous by default. It's not. Sync. Cool. Oh, nice autocomplete. Okay, we've got our folders. That's all the other stuff I lifted. So let's reinsert it. What was I even doing? This is before I started. I don't even know what's happening here. Get files to queue, process. Get files to process. Okay. Oh, that's process file. Oh yeah, I was smart. I was all right. So I was basically making sure I was seeing if the image file was already processed and anything new added to the folder wouldn't be reprocessed. Great. That makes complete sense. So definitely still need const fs equals require. Okay. Input file, filter, blah blah blah. In out. What is this? Oh, I'm doing a diff. Okay, okay, got it. Let's maybe call it source test. Okay. And this is path. Nope, I'm going to go with our naming convention. Let's see. Test. Okay, fair enough. And I just looked at one of the sizes because if it processed it for one, it processed it for all. That totally makes sense. And just look for JPEGs because we used exclusively JPEGs and files in the filter. Yep. Okay. So only if it doesn't see it. Got it. That is makes sense. Get files to process. And instead of calling it queue, I'm going to call it files because I want to change everything for the sake of it. So basically, we just run this process file function. That makes sense. We can do it better. We can use for that or sorry, file. Yeah, too many things. All right. So we've got our loop and we're in an async thing, so we can now lean into await. So await process file. And that's a bad name. That's redundant. Get files. Get new images. Love it. And make thumbnail even better. Now we don't have to do all this garbage. Probably want to try catch error. Console error. Sure. All right. Well, let's go fix that. Oh, we did fix that. So we got new images and we have this make thumbnail. This is where, oh, this is only where some of it happens. What happens here? Looks like we loop through the sizes again. Or we map over the sizes and we run this resize function with the file name and the size, and then we run them all and run the resize function for all of them. That makes sense. I'm logging out. Maybe I'll do some indenting. I don't know what I'm doing now. That's not cool. File size. Enough of those. All right. So jump reads in the file and it does this resize thing. Quality 70. Writes it out. Bada boom, bada bing. That's it. Okay, not too much going on. This is my favorite part. I just wrote a bunch of stuff without testing anything. Let's see if it works. I say there's about a 0% chance it works. Off the bat, let's go to package. Let's add a thumbnail. Really excited for this. npm run thumbnails. Of course. Hey, we got that part. Sizes is not defined. That's what you get for changing variable names. Okay. Easier. Let's try again. Oh, sick. Nice. So if we did our job right, it created this folder. It created subfolders. And there we go. Now, do I like this naming convention? Or should I actually put the underscore? Great question. I think this works. Oh, actually, I'm not. Let's see. I know I started to look into some lazy loading stuff. So, or sorry, responsive images. I wonder what more of the convention is. I feel like people probably just add the size to the name. So it's, why not, in the spirit of changing things? Let's go ahead and change everything, which means I also don't need to make derp. All right. Let's also remove PM. Oh, we might need to make derp at some point, so I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. Which means I can get rid of this. And this part, path, we don't even need that. But we will need, I see. This one. Okay, so what is our convention going to be? It's going to be maybe like dash size. So like dash 640. Dash, and if I was better, it'd actually be dash sizes of 0. All right, I think I'm okay with that. Though I never actually did look up to see. Oh my God. Oh well. That's going to be our convention, dash size. All right, so it ceases to exist. There's a thing. I don't know what I'm doing here. Honestly, what was I doing? I shouldn't have Slack up. I guess I'm just gonna run it again and then I'll remember. Sizes. Yeah, let's start there. Okay, not sure that was an improvement log-wise. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's make sure. Oh yeah, I wanted to, instead of having a folder, I wanted to have file names. It's probably helpful. Okay, so it's actually path out file. I think the file already has, oh great, the file already has JPG in it. Not cool. So it's gonna have to be, one way to do it. That'll work. Let's call it name. We have too many outs. Name. Let's give that an arrow. Why not? Amazing. Okay. We're in business. Got our file sizes. I'm going to wrap it there because I have a meeting. And next time, who knows what we'll do next time.